What's going on YouTube? GraveCinder here, and welcome back to episode number 20. Man, have we made it far. I mean, just check this out. The city looks absolutely fantastic. Currently we have 0 problems. And we are doing absolutely great. If I may say so myself. In any case, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's hit the overview first. Currently, we're sitting at 2.1 million, almost 2.2. That's money in the bank and money we can spend right away. We have a very steady income of about 40,000 incoming per week, which is extremely good. It just switched to 41,000. Awesome. Also, we have 41,000 population or residents in our city. And I think that's pretty good. I think we're doing well, especially with the addition of this new area right here. We are having about 300 plus residents coming in per week. Now, I'm sure you noticed the population there, and you're like, what happened to 40,000 population milestone? Well, I've got an explanation for that. I made the mistake of starting the game and not recording. So what happened was I reached the 40,000 milestone and I did not record a single thing. Which, if you think about it, actually only took about maybe 2 minutes in. Because if you take a look at the previous episode, we were just right about 40,000 there. So let's go and take a look at the milestone itself. That is it's called the Colossal City, 40,000 population. And we have unlocked a new tile, which we're going to use right away. We have also unlocked a nuclear power plant, which if you follow my series, you know how excited I am about it. And also the cargo hub itself. What I already did off camera while I was thinking that I was recording, I have already placed the nuclear power plant itself, so that's already gone into effect. As you can see, power is sitting really close to the yellow line there, but that's okay for now. And what I also did is I went and I had or I removed all of the oil power plants themselves. So let's do a quick overview of this so you can understand why the income is a little bit higher this episode than what it was before. If you remember, we had 2 of these solar power plants, and one solar power plant cost 1,200 per week. We also had 1, 2, 3. We had 3 oil power plants. Those are about 2,000 per week. And we went ahead and removed those. And we put in only 1 nuclear power plant. So that does cost 8,000 per week. But somehow combined, once we remove those, we're actually having more profit. So I will take it. More money, hopefully no more problems. And since we are really close as far as power goes to the yellow zone, in the future we may add the oil power plant back or something smaller, maybe even convert some power from the river here. Who knows? We'll get to that, or we'll cross that bridge once we get to it. Let me tell you guys what I have planned for this episode. If you recall, quite a few times I mentioned that I finally want to connect this cargo harbor. Now, just looking at how much traffic we have here and how many trucks go in and out, just thinking about it, I don't think one is going to be enough. I mean, take a look at all of this traffic right here. They are backing up onto the highway itself a little bit as well, which I think I have come up with a solution for, and I'll show you guys what I mean here in a little bit. But I mean, if you take a look, there's a lot going on over here, and it's only gonna keep getting busier once we start zoning the forestry industry in this area here. So I have yet to come up with a plan itself on how I want to connect the cargo harbors and the transport lines and everything, but I have an idea, like something in mind that I want to try, and it's going to involve multiple routes, multiple transports. It's also going to involve us placing a cargo harbor right over here. And if you notice, this tile is unlocked right here. I did unlock that as well when we hit that 40,000 milestone. So enough talk. Let me go ahead and come up with a plan for this area right here. I will turn it into a time lapse. I will cut out a lot because this is gonna do or it's gonna take some trial and error. So we'll see what becomes of it, but expect major changes over here, and when we come back I expect to see a lot of ships alongside these rivers and harbors. I also have a plan for this island over here, and I'm not gonna reveal the plan just yet. I'm still thinking about it, but I do have a pretty unique plan. I think you guys are gonna be pleasantly surprised with what I'm thinking about doing with this island right here. But that is gonna come later in the series, and possibly once we get closer to 50,000 population. But I mean it this time. Enough talk. Let me get to work, and I will meet you guys back here in just a few moments. If there's a time lapse, enjoy. Alright guys, that is what I have come up with. So I'll be honest, I'm a little bit nervous to start or resume the gameplay itself. I have no idea how this is going to work as far as traffic goes. The concept, I understand what I did, and hopefully you do too after I explain it to you. So here's kind of what I'm thinking should happen. The reason I provided a cargo harbor right here is so the farming trucks can come and go. Simple and easy. Come and drop off your cargo. The ship will pick it up and take it to wherever it needs to go, right? Hopefully that'll prevent them from using the highway too much. As you guys can see, that has built up quite a lot. I'll get into this here in a second. The second cargo harbor, again, simple. This is used for the oil fields. So come over here, drop off your cargo, and go about your business. Now these guys have it's a little bit of less route to travel to get to the cargo harbor. And this one right here is actually going to be the first one that we're going to connect. And the reason I say that is because I wanna try it out. I wanna see how it works, and hopefully it works great. So coming over here, as you can see, I have moved all of our oh, what are they called again? I keep forgetting the name of these. The water treatment plants. Yes, so I've moved all of them over here. I'm sure you saw in the time lapse that I first off I built not enough room to place all of them, but now we should be good to go. Looking at water, we are short a little bit on water pumps, so let's go ahead and add an additional one. And then here, these pipes, this mess we can get rid of. As we do not need it anymore. I will actually. Why is this not snapping? Oh, possibly because I had the roads disabled for snapping, so let's see if that fixed it. Oh, we learned something new. So I guess if you disable the road snapping, you disable the snapping for water pipes as well. That's good to know. Alright, so let's go ahead and leave it there. Power-wise, we're still okay. So you see I have this one disabled. I have this one disabled as well. Let's go ahead and try this one out and see how it works. I'm sure it's going to take a little bit for the ships to recognize where to go, but that's okay. While that's going on, let's go ahead and put it on 2-speed for now. I told you guys that I would go ahead and beautify this area over here. So let me take the time to do that right now. I did add a couple of more schools off camera because we were way short on elementary schools. So you see we are pretty much caught up right now. We're gonna start running out of room soon, but yeah, I added a couple more. As you can see, they're scattered all over the city. You know, gotta keep your people educated. We are having the demand for jobs creep up pretty high, so we're gonna have to start figuring out quickly as far as jobs go what we're gonna do. What I thought about doing is, if you guys see, we have this additional tile over here. I thought about maybe making the regular industry right here and see how that works. But that's definitely going to be something for the next episode. We do have some demand for commercial, so I will go ahead and, you know, let's go ahead and make this just like this area right here a little bit more of the lower density commercial, just so the area has a little bit of a contrast. So you can see right here we have our leisure district and some more lower density commercial right there. The rest of it though, the rest we can zone with higher density. I think that should be just okay. And I don't see any. Oh, there's one. There's a ship coming. There's two coming. So considering we only have one cargo harbor that is currently active, this should be interesting. Oh wow, there's two coming from this side as well. Well, okay then. Let's go ahead and put the game on 3 speed and see what happens here. So there's the first one here. Before it docks, let's see. 100% load. So it's carrying a 100% load. That means that there should be quite a few cars leaving the cargo harbor. Yep, there they go. So I've turned all of these roads right here, or this road that I built, into a one-way. So you really only have one option when you get off the boat is, or the ship. That's the option to come out over here into the commercial area, essentially where you're supposed to go anyways to deliver the goods. There's a bunch of them coming. This is actually a passenger one right here. That is something that I'm going to add as well. That is the reason why I made this squared off, is later on, maybe even next episode, we're going to add a just the regular harbor right there. We do have some traffic coming through as well and into the cargo harbor itself. And let me show you right here. So the reason I connected the road exactly here is because if you see, it's got a connection to this roundabout right here. So whatever you're doing, you're coming around this way. But also, it's got a connection from this roundabout right here as well. So you can come through here, and I suspect that this is going to fill up pretty quickly. There's one thing that we cannot control, and that is the speed of the cargo harbor itself. So you can see 2 ships are docking. That means that it's dropping off double the amount of cars and goods. And yeah, that is a lot of vehicles coming through. Well, looking at this area right here, I think we could add a little park or something. We haven't used this carousel park before, so let's go ahead and give that a shot. Put a couple of trees around. I don't plan on zoning anything in this area here, so we can kind of beautify the area, if you will. Right there as well, kind of nice. We can even come around. Just like so. I don't know, in my opinion, the trees just make everything look complete, nicer, more natural. I mean, if you just take a look right there, looks pretty cool. Really nice. Maybe we can use a little bit of a variety of trees right there. Tall trees, tall buildings. Yeah, it kind of looks nice. Keep it. Can put 2 right there, maybe 1 right there. Yeah. Alright, let's check out the traffic over here. And holy cow. Just as suspected, this is pretty bad. This is definitely pretty bad. And here we have now a backup from the roundabout, but also the trucks that have already delivered goods are trying to come through here as well. And looks like most of them are just getting back on the highway over here, which now makes me think, I mean, not to make the problem even worse, but if they're getting on the highway right here, they're traveling to the city from this harbor right here. So what they might be doing is taking the closer route to deliver goods to this area right here. I think an additional cargo harbor might be needed in this area right here to prevent that from happening, because I think that's exactly what's going on. Either that, or they're all just going back to the farming area. And wow, this thing is pretty gnarly over here. Oh, by the way, I never got into what I did over here. So I extended the highway right here, and I haven't connected it yet. I do have to upgrade the roads first. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. We'll go all the way. And in order for this to be used, what we have to do is we have to provide access to these trucks to be able to hop on. So that will do right here. So the idea is, if you're leaving this area and you wanted to hop on the highway like this guy just did right here, you do just that and go around. There's a couple of them using it already, and I'm glad they're coming out this way because that's just traffic that we're avoiding back over here in this roundabout. So hopefully the idea is to help out with that, and we'll revisit this at a later date. Yep. Going back over here, we have a very nice line built up, ready to go into the harbor. So yeah, I think that that what we'll do for next episode is we're gonna go ahead and add another cargo harbor right here in this area to help with the traffic that I believe is accumulating just for that purpose. But alright guys, I think that's going to be it for this episode. I hate to leave an episode with a unsolved problem, but we really are pushing the time limit on this one. And we'll come back on next episode and finish this up and see what exactly the problem is. The problem might be just as simple as adding an additional cargo harbor here in this area, and we'll see what happens with that. What I will do off camera is I'll let the game, I'll add this right here, and I'll let the game run for a little while just to give it a pre-test, if you will, to see if that is something that's going to solve that issue. We are going to have a lot of ship traffic, boat traffic around here, especially after we activate this cargo harbor as well as this one. But in any case guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so. It really helps out my channel. Also give the video a like only if you liked it, and as always, have a good time.